Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. Hang on, I'm coming. Mute. Beautiful. Hi, Jackie. He was watching other videos of me. Ah, hopefully they were enlightening. All right. Hang on. We got to go a little bit higher. Maybe. All right. So, hello, everyone. How are you all today? Look at my makeup screwed up again. Shocker. Hi, yes. So how is everyone? Hopefully you're doing good. Well, I hate when people are terrible at grammar. Hi, Shauna. How was Beltane? Beltane was busy. And so honestly, I really didn't do much of a ritual even for myself, which is weird. But my aunt was off. Her mental capacity was off, and we've since found out her kidney function is not doing real well and stuff. So that's why I had to cancel our ritual. So I'm sorry. You're older today. Well, happy birthday, Rowena. Keeping myself together as much as possible. I hear you. I hear you. Hello, hello. So I don't know. My Beltane it kind of came and left without a whole lot of fanfare. I went outside a little bit. A little, but I just did not get to do what I normally would do for Beltane, because Beltane is like one of my favorites. And so to not get to do that really sucked. But I felt like whatever. I just have to kind of go with the flow lately with everything that's going on. You kind of got to do what you got to do. And I've been packing. Really, I'm like packing my little patootie off. Yep, I can. And Litha is a good one. Litha is still involves a lot of Fae. There's a lot of, as a matter of fact, Litha is one of the holidays that most people think of the Fae, because it's midsummer. So, you go with the Shakespeare Midsummer Night's Dream and stuff. That's where the Fae are all coming out. So midsummer is a huge holiday with the Fae. So that's good. And it's just one of those things. It's been a long time since I haven't celebrated Beltane. So you just do what you can, right? Sometimes life gets in the way and we can't always do everything that we want to do. But hi, Pat. Thomas is here. Hi, Sonia. How's my aunt? I was saying she's okay. You're welcome. No problem. The book recommendation on Lilith, I have read that one and it's really good. I think I have a copy of it, but a lot of my books are packed away, so I'm not sure. I know I've read it. It's very good. I just can't remember if I have that one personally or if I just read somebody else's copy, but I just haven't been in the spirits to do much for the Sabbats. I know. Well, it's a tough time right now. The Wells Burnett being at the same time explains a lot and is comforting, right? That's true. What book? It is called hold on. I put it in the squirrel chat because she was looking for recommendations on Lilith book to investigate her for, to look at her as a goddess. And the book that I read on her was really good, and I really liked it a lot. Hold on, and I'll tell you. Come on. Open up. My internet is really slow because my kid is still on it. It's called Welcoming Lilith. And it is Awakening and Welcoming Pure Female Power. It's by Teresa Dentino, Dintino. Teresa Dentino, Welcoming Lilith. Really good book. I liked that one a lot. So, hopefully you can find it. I think I can't remember if I found a used copy or if I can't remember. But you're welcome. It's a very tough time. Yeah, mentally and emotionally. Exactly. I was going to ask if I do all the initiation videos and homework, if I can be initiated being in London. No, you absolutely get to be initiated. Absolutely. For sure. Trying to find the time to read Drawing Down the Moon. Oh, that's one of my favorite women. You know, Margo Adler. She's the one. I have a special kindred feeling for Margo. Those of you who have been here, tablet won't live chat. That's okay, Leanne. I kind of assumed that you wouldn't be, your usual self. I'm glad you can join us though. Anyways, I have my story about Margo Adler, and this is the super quick version of it. Is I met Margo Adler at a pagan campground that my son and I and my mentor, my pagan mentor, went to for, as a matter of fact, I believe it was midsummer, years ago. And, she was there with her family, and her grandson was there and was close to Joey's age, my youngest son. And it was a clothing optional pagan campground. So a lot of people went around skyclad, and my son did very, very well with that, which I was, a little surprised. I think it was 11 or 12, something like that. And so you never know, especially a boy, but he did really super well with it. But people came to Ritual skyclad, and it was nighttime, and there's a big bonfire and stuff. And so there was mosquitoes everywhere. And I sat down. I did not know, I feel terrible, but I did not know Margo Adler. Really, I hadn't read her books, although I knew a little bit. But I hadn't read her books or anything until then. But I sat down next to this woman on this big, huge rock and was talking to her. And I kind of half joked. I'm like, so I don't understand how they can be skyclad out here. I would be eaten alive because there's just no way. The mosquitoes love me. And she goes, well, you just ask them not to bite you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that'll work. Just ask them not to bite you. And she goes, no, really. Just ask them not to bite you. And I thought, okay. And she goes, you just command them. You cannot bite me. I'm out here doing my spiritual work. You cannot bite me. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. Not having any idea. I had no idea who this woman was. So I did. I was like, okay, mosquitoes, you cannot bite me. I am doing my thing, and I need you not to bite me now. I did not get one mosquito bite that entire night. Not one. And then as I was like, oh my gosh, they're not biting me. I'm not getting mosquito bites. And then we started talking because my son and her grandson were dancing around the fire like all night, for hours. So for 6 hours, I was sitting here talking to this woman that I didn't know, and we were talking about our lives, and she was telling me about her pagan life, and she actually was telling me about she had been on the radio for a long time on what's the liberal radio station? I want to say PBS, but that's not it. Anyway, she had started her career on the liberal radio station and didn't know that she was a pagan at the time. And so all this kind of stuff. we just talked. We talked for a long, long time, 6 hours, because my son and her grandson, NPR, thank you. Yes, that's it, NPR. Her grandson and my son were dancing around the fire like for 6 hours or something. So I sat and talked to this woman for 6 hours, and I actually did a meditation with her and stuff because she had cancer. She was telling me she has cancer, and she's not sure how long she's going to live, but she's like, that's okay, because I have lived my life now and I know that I'm nearing the end of my journey and stuff. And I'm like, and how do you get to that point that you're not afraid of what comes next? And she talked to me. I mean, we had this amazing conversation. I've never told everyone like all the stuff we talked about, because it was kind of a personal thing too. It's kind of something that I kind of hold in my heart. But we had an amazing, unbelievable conversation. And later on, they the whole ritual, that everybody who was in the ritual and stuff stopped and did this meditation and this energy raising for this woman, and they said her name, Margo Adler, and I was like, why does that sound familiar? But right over my head. I never figured it out until she died, like literally a week, 2 weeks. It was very shortly afterwards that she died. And David, my pagan mentor, called me up and he's like, did you hear that she died? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. How did you hear that? And he goes, the community. It's Margo Adler. And I'm like, it's who? And he goes, Jen, the book, Drawing Down the Moon. Didn't you read that book? And I'm like, oh, I've read some of it. It's really good. He's like, she wrote it. She's like huge in our community. And I was like, she what? She's like this huge famous author, this huge famous person in our community. And I had no idea that I had met her and talked to her, and like weeks, I think it couldn't have been more than a month before she died, and had this amazing experience with her. So, yep, that was an amazing experience for me. And I have to say, that was one of those times in my life where I thought, you know what? The universe is saying, Jen, just so you know, you're on the right path. Your journey is correct. You are going through the path that you're supposed to be on. Because how many people in our community can say that they sat and had a 6-hour conversation with Margo Adler? I don't know, but it can't be, thousands. I mean, maybe it can. I don't know for sure. But yeah, it was meant for you not to be Star Trek. Exactly. It really was. Because otherwise I would have been like, oh, I'm not worthy. How awesome are you? And instead we just had this wonderful, cool conversation that I was like, oh, you're really neat. I like you. And that was that. It was cool. So. Oh, you're welcome, Divinely Libra. I'm a Libra too. So welcome. Yes. So I just, yeah, that was one of the times in my life that I just knew that I was on the right path in my life, and that this was the journey I was supposed to continue on. And so sometimes you look back on that and think, oh, yeah, you know what? It's okay. I'm good. The universe keeps placing me where I need to be. Okay, so hi, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. 14 minutes in, sorry. You guys know me, if you know me at all, and that was the short version. I just can't help it. Then I keep going and going and going. All right, we are going to be doing the Knight of Pentacles. I really, here we go. I know you guys don't laugh at me. I really love this card. Because this Knight, so there's a lot of times that I do not connect with the Knights very well. Because the Knights, although not always, there's a lot of times that I do too, but the Knights, most of the Knights, if you pull a Knight, most of them if you look, and I wish I had pulled more knights. Hang on, let me try to see if I can find some of the other knights. But when you look at most of the knights, you are looking at movement and fast motion, and they're constantly, their horses are moving. This deck is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Oh, thank you, Yas. If you look, especially the other two knights, which of course now I'm not gonna be able to find. Oh, here we go. Here's the Knight of Swords. See, look at how much emotion he is. Like, he is booking. And I am, not that I think things through all the time. Believe me, I do not. I'm not saying that I'm a think things through kind of person either. But I'm also not a get up and jump through all kinds of hoops and high energy and stuff. I mean, it depends, I guess. But I see the energy of this knight is kind of a kindred energy sometimes to mine in some ways. Now, I will tell you in other ways, I'm full of shit. Because this knight is very much about slow and steady wins the race. One foot in front of the other. Really looking at and connecting with the earth and that very down to earth, grounded spirit in order to get things done. So sometimes I feel like that's totally me. And then, sometimes I probably should do that more. But I like this knight because it's a different energy. Because the knights, well, here we go again. Now, we've talked about this before with the court cards, that each of the court cards represents a different element. The energy that I see with the knights is fire. And so it's the passion of the suit. So with this card, with this court card, you're talking about this is the fire of earth energy. So this explores the realm of earth with a fiery passion. Now, when you think of those two elements, though, it's not really explosive, right? Earth and fire, they kind of cancel each other out. So nothing big happens. You get like fire and air, poof, right? You get fire and water. Water puts that fire right out. Fire and earth kind of, they kind of cancel each other out. There isn't a whole lot of oomph behind them together. So it's kind of a weird thing. They don't make each other stronger. They don't dampen each other. They just kind of coexist together. It's a weird energy to have together. I'm doing better when I lay my eyes upon this card. I've been in the habit of getting frustrated feelings when I do see this card. I realize that it all stems to my fear of abandonment. I feel like I always need to be rushed in on a timeline because I feel like I'm going to be left. Oh, I can see where that would do that to you then. And so when you pull this card, a lot of times it's going to mean, okay, breathe, take a breath, dig your heels into the earth and feel that energy, and just slow and steady wins the race. Keep walking one foot in front of the other. So if you see, I like to put songs to the cards because I work, my memory does better if I can put a song to the card. So my favorite song for this is a Christmas song. And I'm sorry, I did post it in the event page, but is an old Christmas song from what is it? From Santa Claus, which is You put one foot in front of the other. You know that song with the clay animation? It is perfect. I know it. It really is. So I did post that song. I posted a couple others that, you know, are a little bit, well, one is not so much up to date, but not the latest hit. Exactly. But it's a good song for this. Sonia, you don't know it? I posted it in the event page. So take a look in the event page and it'll bring you to this song. You'll know it when you see it. It's in the clay animation version of the Santa Claus from the 60s. And it's a perfect song for that. Okay, so let's get to, we're going to read from the Ultimate Guide to Tarot. I like Tom Petty. Yes, I like the Tom Petty song I posted too. It's not a popular song, but that's a good song for this one too. Fire can come out of earth with powerful energy. Absolutely. It just doesn't add to the fire and it doesn't dampen the fire really, unless you like smother it with it. But it doesn't automatically, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't mix very well. You know, it's kind of like oil and water, just doesn't mix together. It's okay. Hi, Hexen. Okay, so we're listing. We are talking about the fire of earth. The astrological associations are Leo and Virgo, and it's improving your prosperity. This is the only night of the tarot's 4 minor suits whose horse is at rest. So again, remember that. Every other horse is moving, which seems at odds with the usual mission of a knight galloping boldly onward to fulfill a quest. The steed of the Knight of Pentacles was built more for pulling a plow rather than raging into battle. Symbolizes a measured approach, very unlike that of the dashing Knight of Swords who rushes headlong towards his goal. This knight's mission is long-term. He has no interest in hasty action and will work hard and long to ensure his success. So persistence, right? Keep going. Keep on moving. Keep on going. There's lots of good songs for that. The plumes on the horse's bridle and the knight's helmet are green, the color of nature. See that? They resemble a cluster of oak leaves, a reminder of the idiom, from acorns great oaks come. Right? This gives us the meaning of investment for the future, a concept supported by the fields of rich terracotta soil. The time is right for sowing. So planting, perfect timing right after we went through Beltane. Now is the time to plant things, right? And to get ready for the growth that is coming. And we might even imagine the knight planting his coin in those furrows and waiting for money trees to grow. The Knight of Pentacles is methodical and thinks ahead. He is fully prepared for his journey. The blanket under the saddle shows that he has equipped his horse for the discomfort of a long day's ride. And behind the saddle is a black book. He's brought something to read during rest periods, or perhaps it's a notebook in which to record his progress. It's hard to see that. It kind of looks like the back of the saddle there, but it is actually a book. Hold on. Ooh. That is a book right there. Oh, come on. The card's element is fire and the suit of earth. And for this reason, the Knight of Pentacles has the ingredients of steady purpose. Fire energy to drive him forward, to keep on stepping, keep moving forward. And earth energy to help him plan and rationalize his ideas. The knight holds his coin in his right hand, which is the same color yellow as the sky. Like the Page of Pentacles, he sees potential prosperity all around him. His coin is not hidden, and he is clear that financial security is his central concern. The red of his tunic and the horse's bridles show he has energy And like the other minor knights, his blue armor shows he is true to his purpose. Knights and pages in general are generally regarded as people or influence, where other court cards are assumed to be people, like queens and kings. People or influences, right? Okay. So let your intuition guide you towards the most appropriate meaning for the knight in a reading by working with the card's imagery first and then written interpretation. So as an influence, showing financial growth and good investment, this card means plans concerning property progress. With strategizing and setting a realistic goal, you will succeed. Pay attention to the practical details now, and the future benefits are assured. So you might say, okay, it might be time to financially plan, to invest in a 401k, to all that boring stuff that I'm always like, whatever, just tell me. I don't really, my poor kids, because if I die last, they won't have anything. Like, I won't leave them anything because I'm always like, whatever. I don't plan ahead very well like that. They can have all my tarot decks. They'll be so happy. Day to day, this knight asks you to get through boring and routine but essential tasks. In work, the card can indicate more money coming to you due to a raise, bonus, or promotion, but you may need to work harder in return. An additional meaning of the card is finding a secure home, potentially with a partner. Just bought that book on Kindle. Yay, $2.99 versus $45. Woohoo, perfect. $2.99 on Kindle, guys. That's awesome. On Amazon? As a person, so if you pull this and you think, yay, good, yes, I hope so. Our Witchy Paloozas are amazing. As a person, this knight is loyal and dependable. He's a natural protector, and security is very important to him. He may work in property or finance. As a potential partner, he has much to offer and is genuine. For some, he may lack excitement as he plans rather than reacts. He can be slow to judge and to express his feelings and keeps on safe subjects. Depending on what you need from him, he could be a gift, your rock through thick and thin. If you crave excitement, he won't be entertaining enough to capture your heart. So in other words, if this is a person for you, we talked about it could be an influence or a person with the knight. If this is a person, let's be honest, this is the kind of person that is not going to sweep you off your feet and you're like, oh, I'm so in love and we have this fiery passion together, although there could be a little of that with the fire energy of the night. This is more likely the person, though, that when you get older, you're going to be like, oh, thank goodness I have him, because he's the one that financially planned everything and is taking care of me and makes sure that I have what I need and we're stable. And, you know, the kind of person that your mother always wants you to get with because slow and steady wins the race. It's okay. You can fall in love with that kind of person too. That's good, Johnny. In the years that I've known about this card, you just now enlighten me again. Aw, I'm so happy. I like when those aha moments happen and you're like, oh yeah. You've been seeing this card a lot lately. So it might be, especially in this time, if you think of the time period that we're in right now, the crap that we're all going through, you really need to think about how slow and steady wins the race, right? We need to just hang on and plan for what's going to happen when we all get to get out of the house, plan for what happens when we're able to go back to work. Let's make plans instead of worrying about, oh, we're so bored. And this has been killing me too, guys. Believe me, killing me. But we can only do so much, right? So the next book we're going to take a look at is the Holistic Tarot. This is the Tome of Tarot, as I call it, by Benabel Wen. So this is, now Benabel sees the knights as air. I do not. I see them as fire. But some of you, if it works for you, it works. So if you see them as air, that's okay. An armored knight sits on a black steed. They are stationary, but appear solid and stable. Green leaves adorn the head of his armor and also adorn the head of the horse. The Knight of Pentacles is a methodical, rational man. He is trustworthy, reliable, but perhaps not very imaginative. Which is why I'm always like, air, whatever. That to me is a lot of thinking. I don't know. Okay. He lives a life of conventionalism. He may have a heavy, dull, or materialistic outlook. However, he is kind and gentle, and his soul is fundamentally good. He is someone whom others can count on to be financially stable. He will always take care of his loved ones. In a reading for a young female seeker asking about love, it could indicate the appearance of a young man with the foregoing qualities. Figuratively, it could indicate impending action or active progress in the areas of wealth or property. However, while the other knights suggest swift action, right? Their horses are racing. The action in the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady, but stable and assured. So if we were to talk, for those of you who know finances, right? And I don't, so I may not get the lingo right. But if you were talking about financial investments, you would say this is like the mutual funds, right? This is the slow and steady, not very risky. So you're not going to make a whole lot on it, but little bit at a time and keep going. The Knight of Swords in investment would be like, the internet funds and the, trading stocks back and forth that way. That would be that. This is not that. Trading stocks back and forth. I'm so lingo worthy. Thank you, MA. Of the four knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the one to count on. Though the Knight of Pentacles is also the one most likely to be perceived as boring or plain vanilla, the Knight of Pentacles prefers the straight and narrow path. He would rather be safe than sorry. In prosperous times, others will complain that the Knight of Pentacles is prosaic, conservative, overly cautious. Yet in tougher times, those same individuals will rush to rely on the resourcefulness of the Knight of Pentacles. So these are the people that in a zombie apocalypse, they have their entire basement is full of food. Right? In bad times, he is the one that can be counted on. Earth dominant, the Knight of Pentacles is resourceful, utilitarian. He has more common sense than the courts of the other three suits. Note that two knights, yeah. Go with these gendered cards. Does that mean it always refers to a he? So that used to be the thought process, MA. When I talk about if it's a person, a pantry at least, right? Exactly. If it's a person, I always talk about the masculine traits because you know what? I'll tell you, I have a lot of masculine traits. There's a lot of times my husband and I joke around that I am the man of the household and he's the woman. Not for everything, believe me, but there are times that I'm the one that forgets anniversaries and birthdays and stuff. I'm just not like that. I've got too much else on my plate to worry about what was our anniversary and what date, how many years was it and stuff. And he's the one that loves to cook and is the decorator. And I'm like, what? Did you change something? And I walked right over it. So there's masculine traits. What society deems masculine traits. You don't have to think of them as masculine, but let's be honest, because we've all been taught by the society, what those traits are, right? Even if we want to kind of change things up and we don't want to think that they're masculine or feminine, we know what traits we're talking about when we talk about masculine traits and feminine traits, right? Do we know that? So the pages would be more like, this is why I like the newness. I know gendered stuff is blah, I know, but Jack, what traits we're talking about when we talk about that though, right? So if we come up with a different name, what kind of traits are they then? What do you want me to say? Not masculine traits. What kind of traits where everybody will know? Like more see, I don't like the word dominant either. More think he lost his place then. What? Like on the plumber of the house, right? The ones that drive you nuts. Yin or yang. Yeah, you could use yin or yang. Although some people don't know which one is which. Like more logical and more, what's the opposite of forceful, right? Receptive and active. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. More receptive and more active, right? That's good. Who, what, when, where, how, what? Who are we talking about? I'm missing something. Sorry. Till it's reduced down to male or female. I know what you mean. I know. Hunter-gatherer. Yeah, that's a good one too. You kind of get more Justin Townsend out. So I won't. Is Gypsy here? Because Gypsy is perhaps the only one who knows him better than I did even. I won't go into his personal thing, but I will tell you that I am a bit concerned because there was possibly some legal issues that were going on. And I haven't heard from him since like December, the end of December, I think. No. Yeah. The end of December. So, and I have tried to reach out to him several times. So I would keep him in your thoughts. I'm not going to like betray trusts or anything, but I will say that there's reason to, be concerned possibly. So keep him in your thoughts, keep sending energy. Okay. Next. Okay. Modern Tarot by Michelle T. Love the way she describes things. So this should be a good one. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is significant for being the only horse with all four hooves on the ground. To say that this knight is grounded would be the understatement of the eon. All right, thank you. Yes, don't say too much. I'll try to think about saying something to Gypsy. Yeah, I wish him well too. And Gypsy doesn't know either. Gypsy actually hasn't talked to him, and I talked to him after Gypsy did. Gypsy had stopped talking to him before I did. So she doesn't know any more than I do. But we can only hope. I keep thinking I'm going to do some Google searching, but then I'm like, how much of that is like infringing? I don't know. I feel funny about Googling him. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, his like right of privacy kind of, only because I know that there's a potential legal issue. Although it might not be that at all. It might be he just stepped back or went to Montana and doesn't, went off grid, or I don't know for sure at all. Okay, there will be no leaping forward, no dashing into the winds, no trotting gallantly forward. This knight, for better or for worse, is sticking with where he's at. And where he's at almost certainly revolves around tasks. Looking for mugshot. I know, right? Sorry. And where he's at almost certainly revolves around tasks, duties, work, and responsibility. For all things, there is a time, and there is a time for the Knight of Pentacles. It's just not like the funniest time in the tarot. I hope he's all right too. Absolutely. If the Knight of Pentacles is a person, he's probably someone you know because you work alongside him, or he is helping you out somehow. for sure, the work this individual carries out is impeccable. They are a total perfectionist. And even if they show up in your work life as a boss or superior, that probably sucks. If you're working beneath the knight, there's probably nothing you can do to match his work ethic and standard of perfection. If you do match up, buy yourself a round of drinks. You're brilliant. The rest of us will toil under this humorless taskmaster, wondering if they have anything else happening in their lives but this job. Nope, they don't. These workhorses are probably workaholics. They are wired to get a job done. If you're on the same team, they might raise the bar of what is expected, so you better get busy. If they are working for you, you're psyched. They are going to quickly become indispensable. They probably won't gun for your position either, because the Knight of Pentacles isn't particularly ambitious. He's just a hard worker who wants to deliver what is expected of him as perfectly as possible. If the Knight has popped up, hi Ravenheart, how are you, sweetheart? Everyone versus the perfect boss, right? The Knight, yep. If the Knight has popped up as a possible romantic option, know that this person probably will show their love for you by vacuuming the house. They just might buy you the house too. The Knight likes practical, stable things and will work until he gets what he wants. If you're not interested, let them know ASAP, because they will stubbornly pursue you until you spell it out for them. Then they will go away and you'll probably never see them again. If you're looking for a date who brings you on exciting vacations or surprises you with gifts and nights on the town, this is not that. Can't turn the page. This is not that person. I know, I love the modern tarot too. They can be a little on the dull side, but they are loyal and sincere and will pledge their hearts to you. If you're cool with supplying the fireworks, the Knight will make sure the ground is clear and all safety precautions have been met before you bring the sparkle. If you are the Knight of Pentacles, it means you're being called to work, work, work. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Oh, well, that's just how it's going to be right now. Put your nose down and dedicate yourself to the task at hand. You're invested enough in whatever it is to want it to be successful, and its success is pretty much in your hands. You have the ability to build something stable and lasting, but you're going to have to buckle down and apply yourself. No slacking off, no cutting corners. Your standards should be high. You can meet them. Hopefully none of this is a big deal. You're a Knight of Pentacles, after all. You're wired for this. But in case your resolve is slipping or you're feeling whiny or you want to take a break, this card is here to give you a firm no. Your work is not done yet, and you can't stop until it's complete. Well, that's very nice of him. The Knight of Pentacles can also represent a situation that is sort of dull and tedious, but has to get done. Slow and steady, one foot in front of the other. Could be something as banal as running errands or a higher stress task like doing your taxes, says the freelancer who just filed joint taxes with her wife for the first time. Jeez. Maybe it's more of a massive project like renovating a house or even building one from the ground up. It's going to require your dedication and commitment for the long haul. If you don't value what's on the other side of that toil, don't do it. It's going to be hard work, so make sure you have a meaningful connection to get you through the back-breaking days. So that makes a lot of sense, right? A lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense to me anyway. And I am suddenly sweating and I have a sweatshirt on. So hopefully I can do this without showing off my bra. Hang on. I gotta keep my t-shirt down. Okay. Ugh. All right. Pull my pants back up. This card has definitely taught me how to develop patience. Oh, yes, for sure. This is definitely a patience kind of card, right? Love how colorful y'all. Thank you. Oh, by the way, tomorrow my tattoos are getting done. I'm so excited. Yay. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. My son said to me today, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I said, let's get your tattoos done. Yes, please. I have the outlines. I can't wait till they're all done. Yay. I can't wait. Okay. because they're at the itchy stage right now. So I'm slapping them a lot. So it'll be good to get the detail in there so I can start over and it'll be less itchy for a week. Okay, so let's look at some other kinds of cards. I pulled more than I thought I did. Although it's still not my normal, well, maybe it is. I don't know. I guess I pulled more than I thought I did. I was telling the admins today that it's hard to find some that I like, but yeah, right. I guess I pulled a lot. Because of Corona, I can't get the other half colored. That's one thing. I am lucky that I live with my tattoo artist. So you're wearing pants. We hear all sorts of stories about people online not wearing pants. Yeah, I know. I definitely got to wear the pants. We have 9 people living in this house. There is no going pantless. I have to like wear pajamas. My husband has to put his pants on in the middle of the night when he goes to potty. All right. Now, my son, Peter Jr. is actually Sonia. Okay, so the first one comes from the Cute and Creepy Tarot. This is by Misha, Cute and Creepy Tarot. And I like this one. It's a female orc. So I like the, it's hard for you to find cards you like. All right, Leanne, I know. It's a female orc, and so that energy is there of, you keep on trotting, you keep moving forward, you keep one foot in front of the other. It's not very exciting. It's not, but it is gonna get done because you're just gonna keep moving forward. And of course, anytime I see an orc, I think of the old cartoons of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. What was the song? If there's a whip, there's a way. Yes, Hobbit's back on the menu. Yes. If there's a whip, there's a way. Yeah, okay. That's the old ones from like the 70s, I think they were. Yeah, I like that one. Super cute. I like the, I totally get the feeling of that from there. I loved those movies. In fact, I own them. I bought them on Vudu, I believe. Okay, this one is from one of my favorite all-time decks that I can't remember the name of offhand, which is the Witch's Insurrection Tarot. This is the Partisan of Roses. I love Skyrim too. The Partisan of Roses, and you can see this is one of the few cards that she's actually got clothes on, which is pretty cool. Because for the most part, this is a very naked deck. So if you see, she's like in a tracksuit and stuff. And here she has planted the rose bush. And so you get the patience of dealing with the earth and planting that rose bush and then tending to that bush. Roses are not always easy to take care of. You have to plant the bush and then you have to feed it. And then you have to make sure that there's no kind of bugs on it. And then you have to make sure that there's a good amount of fertilizer. And then, as it's growing, so there's a lot of work and patience going into the end product of the beautiful rose that comes up here. So I thought that was a really good representation of this Knight of Pentacles. And I just love this deck anyway, so love it. Love it. One of my very favorite, and you'll see why, Knight of Pentacles comes from Modern Spellcasters. I just made a new character. Yay! Modern Spellcasters. So what is she riding? A squirrel. And I love the look of the the look of this. I love the acorns on the flag, which was mentioned before, like, the saying, takes an acorn to build an oak. That acorn starts off from this teeny tiny little seed and then grows into this amazing oak, but it takes a long time and it takes work and dedication and that patience. Such a spooky squirrel. Was there drawing? No, honestly, Miriam, I have not gone back to that, and I'm going to very shortly. I know we picked the deck, which, what the hell deck was it? We picked the deck. That the money is still sitting in there. I think we almost have enough. I'll start. It's very close to almost have enough, I think, or we do have enough. I can't remember what deck it was now. I remember we showed the deck, but I cannot remember because Amazon went a little crazy and we were kind of like, let's back off for a couple weeks anyways. Announcements. Hang on one second. Let me get to the announcements here. And who said that? Who's the squirrel that keeps distracting me? Hold on. Miriam. Miriam. Wizards. Yeah, it might have been the Wizard's Tarot. You might be right. Hang on. Yep. Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. Exactly. Yep. I'll have to, we probably have enough. I'll have to look and see what's in there. If you want, we can start it for next, next week. I'll post it this week, and next Tuesday we'll do the drawing for the deck. Okay? Sound good? What was I going to say about it? Something. Oh, understand that through Amazon, decks are taking longer. Sometimes it doesn't take quite as long. Sometimes it takes like a month to get your deck. Just to let you know. Okay? Because they, the essential stuff they're sending first, and then eventually they get around to sending other stuff. So just so you know. I think I'm going to do my dedication tomorrow night. Yay! That'll be awesome, Phelan. So one of my favorites, of course, because of the squirrel. Have you done any storm witchcraft? Oh, absolutely. Because I'm a big storm person. Like, I adore storms. The energy from storms is amazing. Incense arrived before groceries. Isn't that weird, Emma? I don't know how they make that decision. Or sometimes I think if the warehouse that's close to you has whatever you ordered in stock, then it doesn't take as long. But if it's further away, then they put a, they put a hold on it, or not put a hold on it, but it takes them longer to get it from another warehouse or something. Because I've had that happen to me too. Like I had, yes. Oh, I don't have my storm water. I have this awesome bottle with an octopus on it that I try not to bring out when Dana's here because she hates octopuses. Octopi. And it is from Hurricane Sandy. Hurricane Sandy? I think I wrote it on there. I can't remember if it's Hurricane Sandy or the one before that. But from when we were in North Carolina. No, so it must have been the one before that. Anyway, it's a really cool bottle. It's got storm water in it. And I love to be outside during the storm, at least on my porch, but outside preferably. Okay. If you want, I'll try to remember to do a video on what to do with storm energy. Storm witch energy. Because I love working with that energy. It's great. Okay. Shadowscapes. I'm really super squirrely tonight, aren't I? Sorry, guys. Here's Shadowscapes. It's a beautiful card. I hope that we are all able to see it. Because look at the fae in the tree. Do you see the fae in the tree there? It's really cool. And I love that he's riding this dragon, but it's kind of an earth dragon. I do like this card a lot. These cards gosh, they just need to be these big, huge posters for you to see everything that needs to be seen. Because there's all kinds of little hidden goodies on these cards that show all kinds of, I love the little, the coins hanging from the tree. It's just such a cool looking card. Yes, maybe send you a message over Insta. I'm Witchful Soul. Ah, well, cool. Sorry, Joseph. I know, a lot of people are having a hard time with notifications, and I wish I could do something to fix it. But YouTube, because we're in social distancing, YouTube people are working from home, and it's hard for them to do stuff like fix that kind of stuff from home. So we're all kind of stuck, unfortunately. So hi, Joseph. This is 5-cent tarot. I love this knight. Here we have the seahorse with a helmet on. Slow and steady wins the race. Knight of buttons. And it says responsibility, patience, and accomplish for the 3 keywords. Add us to a mass text list. I know, right? Joseph, are you on our Facebook page? Are you on Facebook? What is your coven name? It is Word Haven. WYRD Haven. HAVEN. I had to think about it. Same name. I try to post in there, Joseph. So if you turn the notifications on for that group, I post in there usually when it's almost time to go on. Is it the same group as the shop page? There you go. Heather just posted it. All right. Next is the slow tarot. And I really like this one. And I'm not sure why, but I totally get the energy I'm supposed to get to, even though I can't explain totally why. So here is the slow tarot. That's the Facebook page, Marge. See, he's flipping a coin and the green car, and he's away from the city and kind of out in a field with this green car. He's outside the car. Yeah, he's vibing, right? I don't know what it is. I totally get the right part, the correct energy from this card. He just is, he's kind of relaxing. He's got this cool car, but he's outside the car, so it's not going anywhere right now. He's out in like a field. He is flipping a car. Yeah, not in a hurry. He's flipping a coin. He's feeling pretty good about himself. But he's like just plodding along, one foot in front of the other. He's not too worried about what's going on in the city. I feel like he's connecting to the earth. I like this energy a lot for this, for sure. Hi, Cherry Blossom. Going somewhere but stopping a long way. Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I like that one. This is the Shadowland Tarot. I love this here. I don't know why. I hate my stupid focus. Okay. I love this here. He's riding a snail. So again, it's almost like the turtle and hare, He's riding a snail. He's got the money bag in front of him. So this is, he has collected this along the way, worked very hard for it, but doesn't have to be going very fast. I like the energy of this. He's just like, yep, Here it is. This is what I'm working for, but we'll get there. We just keep collecting. Looks to me that last card was slowing his life down to enjoy what he's enduring now. Absolutely, Cherry Blossom. That could be for sure. Absolutely. Hi, going to bed, but when I say hi, Sonia, you can watch it later, honey. I hope all is well. For sure. Next is the Everyday Witch Tarot. So this is a card that he has not taken off yet. So again, for this night, he's on a broom, but he has not taken off. He's still on the ground. He has plucked the pentacle ball here and has that gold pentacle ball in front of him. He has his tool belt on him, so he has everything he needs for this journey that he's going on to collect more balls, gold balls. I love that he even has his kitty with him. But he's got this tool belt that has all kinds of tools on it. I love the leaves on the inside of his cloak. Yes, the golden snitch, right? He looks like it took a while to get ready. Exactly. He's packed enough to make sure he has everything that he needs. I love the cows in the pasture there. He is focused, extremely focused, for sure. So this is definitely a good one. Along the same kind of lines as that is the Forest of Enchantment, the Enchanted Forest, the something or other. Was today the Bob Ross day? I just had a bad storm a couple days ago and 2 big trees fell on my house. Oh no! And I've been trying to get someone out here. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Forest of Enchantment. This is the Seeker of Boons. So if you look, here she has the tool belt. She is, now the story behind this is, I don't know if we can see this. She has heard that there are places in the forest where you can collect semi-precious gems. So she's going out to seek more semi-precious gems. She's wearing sturdy, very comfortable shoes. She has all the tools on her belt that she may need. She's going at a slow pace. She has her little walking stick. Slow and steady. She knows exactly where she's going. She kind of is, picking her way along, making sure she doesn't miss anything. It's, again, very slow and steady wins the race kind of energy here. I love it. And very connected to the earth. The Pentacles, I love the Pentacle when they are people because they're very grounded, earth-based people that are practical. They're not snooty. They're not, what's the word? They're not, they're down to earth. If y'all love Harry Potter, Spotify just released Daniel Radcliffe reading chapter 1. Ah, really? I'll have to look. Cool. Homely. Yeah, a little bit. Yep. Absolutely. A little bit homely. They're not aesthetically beautiful all the time and uppity and peasants. A little bit. Yep. They don't really primp themselves a whole lot. They're just very earth connected. Everyone said slow and steady wins the race, but when you're on the road, it's a different story. Right? Yes. This is the Mermaid Tarot. I love this one too. This is a really interesting viewpoint of it. I love that she has her little tree pen here and a journal. And she's kind of observing everything and writing it down. She's got the pentacle hanging off her belt here. I really like this. Yeah, I love the pen too. Me too. The little tree pen. That earth energy for a water deck is interesting energy to have for a water deck, but they did a really good job. I like that a lot. There's a store in town that sells pens. Really? That's cool. I like it. I know. I have, what do I have? I have like little witch's brooms pens. And I swear I used to have a little tree bark pen, but it didn't have like the branches off of it. It'd be kind of cool to have the little branches. This is the deck I love to hate, which is, you know, what the hell's the name of the deck? Lightseers Tarot. I love the Pentacles in this card. Here, he's off the horse, so he's kind of leading the horse. He's not on it, not riding fast. And the Pentacles just are kind of gathering behind him. I feel like they're kind of rolling behind him, like they have a mind of their own. So they're rolling behind him as he's walking, gathering them. What you think on will shine through your face, and even an ugly person can be beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Arabian, Moroccan, Mandela. Yeah, for sure. I know. I love them. They're beautiful. He's walking through this pasture. I love the horse. I love the blanket on the horse here. The saddle is gorgeous. I love that he's barefoot. He's a little too pretty for me for a Knight of Pentacles, but he is very earthy. So I'm okay with that. And maybe that's just because I like earthy people that he's too pretty. But usually he's not quite aesthetically, he's not quite that beautiful. But to me, he's very handsome. I don't know if that's just because I'm like, oh, he's barefoot and he's rolled his pants up and he's connecting to earth. And I'm like, whew, he's pretty. That's just me. I don't know. It's Paul Walker, right? Wish I could go barefoot, but we have too many ticks. What's the tea tree oil? Ticks don't like tea tree oil, I think it is. Sam Elliott type, right? Hi, Linda. Okay, here's our high art deck of the week. Be a different kind of card if he was walking through a pasture. Yes, it would, right, Estelle? Ooh, that would be a way different kind of card. So here's True Black. This is such a every card in this deck. I'm like, oh, look at that. I love, so the armor, she apparently has been working on her armor, and I only say it's a she because that's what they say in the book. And she's checking the guide to see how the next piece of armor needs to go. Every piece of armor has been just so. And the fruits of her labor are hanging off of the antlers that she's made. It's just so pretty. The light, again, this is the deck. Boy, for light work, I have never seen an artist get light work, like how to portray the light better than this artist. He's like amazing at that. Every single card, you know exactly where that light is coming from. The shadow work and the amazing. Truly amazing. And I like this one that it's female again. Yes. Yep, absolutely. Gosh, I just love this card. Okay, the next one is the Children of Litha. Very interesting energy. Now, I will tell you, for me, I don't know. It's a little bit too much for this to feel that energy, but this is the Children of Litha deck. I love this deck, but again, the horse is rearing, which is too much motion for me, for the Pentacles. The dragon, he's like killing the dragon. To me, it's too knightly. I feel like I'm in the oppositions. It's too heroic for me, for the Pentacles. Where can you get this deck? Which deck, Estelle? If you're talking about the True Black Tarot, now I posted it a couple weeks ago. Keep your eyes out. As a matter of fact, I would put your email in with the creator, because the Kickstarter version 2, the second edition, went through Kickstarter and was funded, I think a couple weeks ago, like met fully funded. So his second edition should be coming out, I don't know, within, like, I would say the next 4, 5, 6 months. You never know with COVID, but the first time he did that, the decks came out fairly quickly. He's right on top of things. He's not one of those that sits on his ass with this. He's good at getting these decks out there, so he must have planned pretty well for that one. I will say, I would put your name in. He will email you when those decks are ready. The way the light, yes, yep. So keep an eye out. Go to his website. I think it's like trueblack.com, something like that. It's very obvious, but if you look up True Black Tarot, that'll take you there. I love this deck. I'm not crazy about this card. This card's energy doesn't do it for me. It's too heroic. It's too active. It's a little bit too much for me, but I can live with it. I like the deck. You can pre-order in the site. Perfect. Estelle, I'm with you. I understand why the artist of the Lightseers Tarot changed the Ten of Swords. I really do. Because I know if it were me and people were offended, I would change it. But the old Ten of Swords that she had for that deck, the emotion behind it, just blew me away. And then the new one just was watered down. But I understand why she did it. Last Unicorn Tarot, I do not have that yet. Estelle, I'll be waiting on 2 decks, trying to grab a second edition Into the Unknown. Ah, yes, there you go. This is the Hush Tarot. So this card says these 2 hands have done the work, and you see how dirty underneath the nails, some of the nails are split. They've done a lot of work to get to where they are. They now finally hold the key. And the blackbird shares the nesting instinct of the persons whose hands these are. So this is a very different one. I like this a lot. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I just pre-ordered it and wanted it since the first time you showed it. Yay! Oh, good. Someone who backs Kickstarter stocks. Estelle, I'm all right, Kay. I'm glad you were here, sweetheart. I love you. I hope emotionally and mentally you're doing okay. We're all sending each other some energy, right, to get through it. Yeah, I like this one a lot. We're almost done. We're doing good. This is the Stolen Child Tarot. I love this deck. Here we have the Knight of Oak. I love that he is riding a moose. He's riding skyclad. He, she, whatever. Riding skyclad on a moose. So very earth connected. And the acorn and the, reaching down for the flower, and the moose is eating the greens. I love the grounded, like he's so connected to the earth that this moose is just fine with him, riding around. Love it. Everybody's kind of, reminds me of this one. It reminds me of the Eeyore. Okay. Magic and Mediums deck cast got me hooked on. Oh my goodness. I know, Estelle. It's on my list. I have to get it because I love, love, love her Oracle deck. Okay, this one is one I'm actually going to read the story because I like the story behind this. This is the 78 Tarot Mythical Edition. And it has a great story behind it. So every time we read or look at the Mythical Edition, there's a story behind the card. I must admit, when I first pulled this card, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't get this card. He's not that powerful. He's not that. Like, he looks a little bit like he's lording over something, right? Until I read the story. So this is the story of, I wrote down how to pronounce it, of Adu Adiani. Adu Adiani. It's ADUOG Adiani. Maybe, I can't remember now. Darn it. OGYINAE. And it's an African myth. So it says, when I started to search for a myth that struck me, I thought it was going to be an uphill battle, but I got very lucky when I came upon the African Akan world-building myth of Adu Ajiani, first man to emerge to the surface of the earth. I love this myth. I'm like, oh, I love this. It also said that all humans used to live deep underground until one day, 7 men, 5 women, a dog, and a leopard crawled up through a huge hole left by a giant worm. The fact that he was the leader and organizer worked for the card, and it also gave me a good visual place to start from. Adu Ogiani stands above ground for the first time in his life. He's made it. It was a slow, arduous task, leading and coaxing his people to the surface, but it was worth it. Now he and his people can live in the warmth of the sun, enjoying a new life. This is not a time to let yourself be distracted or procrastinate any longer. Crunch time is here, and you need to get it done, so knuckle down and finish the job. Put away your phone, shut down social media, and really dig into the task at hand. No, it's not always fun or glamorous, but it will be worth it. You are responsible for your own success. No one is just going to hand it to you. Isn't that great? I just adore that myth story. See the leopard here? Hold on, let me get my thing. See the leopard on the side and the other people coming. And the dogs. And here he is. He has successfully burrowed his people to the surface. I have a class at 9. It's almost 2:30. Oh, go to sleep, yes. I love this interpretation of the card. I really like it. That story sounds really like a Virgo with its earthy tones. Yeah. Absolutely. And the beauty in this card. Oh, I really love it. And it's not a myth that I knew before that. So I love learning the new mythological stories behind different cultures. To me, it's just super interesting. I adore that. And to me, there's nothing better than, especially their world building. Hi, Carmen. How are you doing, sweetheart? World building myths are amazing. Okay. The Arc Tarot and Oracle, the Knight of Pentacles is the Wolf. And the keywords here are reputation, reliability, and results. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love the yellow eyes. Wolves are just amazingly beautiful, intelligent, gorgeous creatures. I just stare into their eyes forever. I don't know. There's something so very meditative about their eyes, right? Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, the last two. After finding out about that cave system in Japan that has its one weather, not thinking some myths are so far-fetched now, right? I know, Estelle. I love, love, love it. I have a dog named Wolf. Ah, gorgeous. Okay, this girl, and here is the story. Ready? I'm at your service. Whoops. Nope. Hold on. I'm reading the story for the Page of Coins when it's supposed to be the Knight of Coins. Glad I noticed that. Okay. Knight of Coins. Why are you staring? This isn't a spectator sport, and I'm not a curiosity. Just because I'm a doer, not a slacker, you treat me as a joke. But I think the joke's on you for not being focused. Stop sniggering and grow up, preferably far away from me. I'm trying to do a good job here, and you're a pointless, petty distraction. Does that make me sound like a curmudgeonly, persnickety fuddy-duddy? Well, I don't much care for your throwaway opinion. Everything I do must be of the highest standard. Yes, even this. You think it's trivial, but if my work's substandard, my client won't recommend me to others. No, I don't want to be a one-man car wash or a hedge trimmer or a leaf sweeper for the rest of my life. This is a means to an end, that's all. My point is, whatever I do it perfectly. I concentrate on and I take pride in the details, and the rest falls into place. I won't deviate from my system, and I won't be put off by an immature waster with no dedication, gumption, or sense of service. You can't be bothered while I give above and beyond what's required, no matter how long it takes. And it tends to take quite a while. I'm slow and steady, but the end result is worth it. People are so used to slipshod work that they can't believe their luck with me. I give something back with value added. I slog away now, so I'll have cash and save and invest. I'm off to do an economics degree, leading to an employment and finance. And what will you have? A dead-end job to make ends meet? You'll laugh on the other side of your face when I drive up in my top-of-the-range car in a bespoke suit. He who laughs last, laughs longest. Oh, I love it. That's a great one. Truly. I mean, come on. Look at these little snickering teenage jack-offs, right? They're all little fuckers. Coins for Christian clients, right? Yep. Jen, what, Sonia? What did I miss? Yeah, Sonia, some ducks use the moniker. Gonna drop it. Some ducks use coins instead of pentacles because some people are put off and they feel like pentacles means it's evil or something. So some decks will use coins so that people aren't offended. I personally will always call it a pentacle, no matter what kind of client I have in front of me. I like That the little, hold on, that the Fae is pointing to a little spot he missed. Oh yeah, I love it. Look at the Fae is like, hey, look over there. There's one little teeny spot over there. Don't forget it. Go back and get it. Danny, hello, sweetheart. Haha, when I was uncool young person, I was just being the Knight of Pentacles, right? So cute. Yes. Sometimes some decks call it coins. I have to admit that it doesn't matter what kind of person I have in front of me. I will always call it Pentacles. And I have to say, it's funny. I don't know if I've ever had anyone call me out on that. Like say, hey, that says coins. Because I might say pence, though. I might not say pentacles all the time because I'm lazy, I think. I'm super tired. I'm working. Didn't get notified that you started 85 minutes ago. Did I start 85 minutes ago? Ooh, hour and a half. Sorry, Danny. I know it's not good at notifications. I try to post it in the Facebook group, but all right, one last one, right? We are up to the Goliath, and then we'll do before and after, and then we'll pick our new card. Okay, now I have to say this one is a gorgeous card. Look how pretty that is. Oh, it is pretty. All right, the Aztec warrior hawk. The Knight of Pentacles is represented by a young male hawk. He is warrior-like, dressed in an Aztec-style helmet with beads around his face. The hawk is learning to see things and situations from a higher perspective. He gains more ground and knowledge this way, and his observations are everything to him. He is learning to master his abilities. His focus and straightforward intent in practical matters is starting to make him seen. I don't know what the hell this has to do with the Knight of Pentacles. So far, I don't see a whole lot of that energy, but okay. He has a mission, and he goes after it with speed and accuracy. Okay, see, now I disagree. Speed and accuracy. Accuracy, not necessarily speed. Usually it's slow and steady. So I disagree, Mr. Goliath. Again, what's his first name, Matt? Goliath. I don't know. I can't remember what his first name is. I disagree, but that's okay. The Knight of Pentacles indicates that he has a dream of financial security to pursue and lift himself higher and higher to see more of the world. He represents structure and dependability. He is able to stick to a plan and is seen as stable and trustworthy by others around him. He sees things through to the end and finishes things that he starts. He is about getting the job done and does what is needed with little fuss and complaint. He is very particular in the way he does things and is often viewed as a perfectionist. Money makes him feel safe, and he has a warrior-like charm about the battles he picks. He surrounds himself only with those who appear to be committed to his work and business just as much as he is. He plans things financial, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, I know. Yes, the owl does look very determined, and I love that. Absolutely. That's why I love the image itself. I bet you he does see things as air because it's an owl. This brought tears. Oh, good. I love when people can connect. I love the card itself. The meaning hits deep. I love that he's just going to keep on trudging forward. I love that he may fall out of the sky, but he's going to get up, straighten out all his beads, keep moving again. I wish it was smaller. It's good for tonight. It's good for Tarot Tuesday, but it is impossible to shuffle. However, the second edition, I believe, didn't somebody say last week they have the second edition now and it's a little bit smaller? I think someone said they did get it. And the card itself is a little bit smaller now. And apparently the print inside the book, which is very good, is bigger. That's good for us oldies, because good luck. It's almost impossible for me to read it sometimes. You thought you were getting the second, but it was the first edition? Really? I thought the first edition sold out. As a matter of fact, he announced that it sold out. He must have released some, like he must have had some in his basement stacked up or something and decided to release them. So it's supposed to come out soon, but I don't know how soon. Like it might be, I thought it was still a couple months away, but. Okay, so let's do, first I want to do Stephen's readings of the card. Here's the card itself. Love it. So here's Stephen's suggestions. If you are reading for someone and you pull the Knight of Pentacles, they both seem right. However, Pentacle seems more right. I guess it's because I learned with the original. Yeah. End of spring. What was the commercial with the owl? How many licks does it take? Yes, to get to a Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3, bite. Yep. The Tootsie Pop. Okay, some suggestions. If you pull this card and it's for a career or finance reading, the Knight of Pentacles indicates that success will come through persistent hard work and dedication. This card does not advise trying to take shortcuts, but rather a long-term view and steadily and patiently working towards achieving your goals. It is about building financial security for the future and being frugal while also appreciating the luxury and quality of the finer things in life. For a health reading, the Knight of Pentacles is a welcome card as it indicates physical strength and regaining your energy. You will get through your current issues with a renewed sense of strength and well-being. It also advises that practical steps such as eating right, taking exercise, and sufficient rest will be improving and maintaining your health. In a relationship reading, the Knight of Pentacles indicates a strong and stable, committed relationship. It can also represent a person in the relationship with those qualities. This kind of relationship is focused on the long-term benefits and putting in the dedication, patience, and practical steps needed. This is a grounded and down-to-earth relationship based on dependability and faithfulness. Responsibility, working hard, finishing what you start. As a person, the Knight of Pentacles, usually but not exclusively, a male 20 to 35 who is stable, reliable, loyal, and patient. He is ambitious, hardworking, protective, and honest. He is resilient and will stick to his guns, and he may have to be careful of this being stubbornness. Copy and highlight. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so before and after, and I will tell you ahead of time that I kind of actually like most of these, except the last one. It's boring, but here's the before. So the before tarot shows him. Reminds me of my grandma who loved owls. Well, there you go. There is your impact with that card, is that you had a deep connection to your grandmother, obviously. Yeah. Okay. So the before, he's actually picking the coin, the pentacle, out of the tree. He has come up to the tree. He finds the pentacle in the tree, and he's picking it out of the tree here. No problem, Ayana. And then after, he is plodding along. See, I love here. We still have the, now this time the oxen are in the background and they're plowing the field. And he's plodding along. Still, the horse is not running. The horse is just walking. You can tell very, that if you ride, you know exactly what kind of gait this is. He's barely stepping forward. I showed 19 decks, did I? See, I thought it wasn't many, but I forget that. And he is showing, he's holding up his prize. Yes, this is my focus. This is what I'm focused on. This is how I'm moving forward. I'm going to continue to work towards collecting as many of these as my goal. So I like that one. Hi, Ed. How are you, honey? How many decks do you have overall? Hi, Emily. Welcome. I don't know for sure. I have, I have some decks are in storage already, and I haven't really counted. I think I have somewhere in the neighborhood of like 180 maybe tarot. And then I don't think quite as many oracle, but maybe something like 150 maybe oracle, something like that. I think. Not enough. So this is the front of the card. And if now we're going to do the, what the heck is it called? Tarot the New Vision. So if we're seeing this is from this aspect, if we turn it around and now we're on this side of the horse, what are we looking at? They multiply exponentially. Yes, they do. We're on this side of the horse. Now, what are we seeing in front of us? So it's pretty close to the same thing. Except, all right, you get oxen. Here we have oxen plowing the field. So, kind of boring, but it's a little different, I guess. At least it's something slightly different. I don't know. It's slightly different. My favorite are the aces with the hand this way and this way. Woohoo! So exciting. And no, we have not found a place to live. I will tell you that it'll probably be a little while. Yes, I'm packing, but it will probably be a while because I got paid on Thursday, and I thought that I would have my vacation time in my last check. But apparently they pay your vacation time, the check after your last check, then they give you your vacation time. Well, I only worked one day out of the 2-week pay period. So I got paid like $100, I don't know, $120 or something. And we didn't expect that. So I had bills that I had to pay. So the stimulus money that we got and we put away for the move, we had to spend on bills because I did not get what I thought I was going to get. On top of it, I still have not been able to get through to unemployment. So we're kind of drowning a little. So keep, it is frustrating. Keep a watchful eye. I probably will be doing my own auction soon. I have stuff set aside for Dana's auction that is a separate thing that we'll be doing when this is all over. But I have stuff that I probably will be doing some kind of an auction or putting some of it on Etsy maybe or stuff like that. I as I'm packing, I'm kind of packing the stuff that I know I'm keeping, and then I have a table that I'm going through for stuff that I'm selling. Are you doing readings there? Yes, I am. My Etsy shop is listed down below. I just totally bent 2 cards. I caught them, but I bent them. Look. Ooh, 3. I bent 3 cards. Shit. I bent cards. I hate bending cards. I'm an idiot. I know. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Okay. So I'm, like I said, I'm getting there. It's one of those things. I don't know. I just am frustrated, and I'm not really working at the shop yet because the shop cannot be open yet. Cassie's shop is not allowed to have people in it yet. So I'm not really working there yet either. So it's kind of in between COVID-19 thing. I'm about ready to beat some of the 9 people I have to live with, which is not their fault. And it's, just when you have to live with that many people, you start going crazy a little. Yep. But I'm trying to, relates, you just dropped the tablet. I'm trying to pack what I can and then reorganize, and I don't know. I'm getting there. It'll all fall into place. I know. Kay, I thought you were going to bed. What happened? You're waiting for your business to be all up and to. I know. I hear ya. It's crazy. I will say I went out last week to Cassie's to help her go through the barn full of crystals and specimens. It was very nice. Okay, let's look at what we're going to be doing next week. Whew. Right here. Here we go. Queen of Wands. Oh, I love this queen. All right, can I just say that the Temperance, the energy of this queen is amazing. And I love the Queen of Wands. She's one of my favorite queens. Her energy is awesome. So this will be a good one. I like this queen. All right, so next week is the Queen of Wands. Click that like button if you can for me. There's 35 on, so that it gets seen to more people. I have decks that I need to review. I got this new deck this week. Not really a deck. Not what I thought it was going to be, but interesting. My pre-order came in early, I think, for my Fallen Angel deck, which was out of print and now finally is just like Fate or something doesn't want me to get a reading. I know, Estelle, I'm telling you. And then you said you wanted me to donate it, and I'm like, I will if you really want me to. But I really felt like the universe was having me be crazy busy and weird timing and stuff because it wasn't the right time. But if you're okay with that, I will just do it when I feel like it's supposed to be done. If you're okay with that. Otherwise, it's up to you. But and there's another deck that came in. I think that was a pre-order deck too. What other deck? There was something else that came in. That was I swear it was a pre-order deck. Oh, I didn't do the Muse yet, did I? I didn't do the Muse. I didn't do the Blessed Be deck, which I'm liking that one. I don't know. Losing my mind. I think there was another tarot deck, though. I don't know. My pre-orders just come in when they, when they release them, so I never know. Okay, you're okay with that, Estelle? Good, good, good. Okay. All right, so next week is the Queen of Wands. I will be trying to put up videos. I haven't dropped the initiation class, guys. I know that we're still on that. I'm just, while I have this packing bug energy stuff, I've been going through packing. I ordered Fallen Angels 12/20 as a pre-order, and you still don't have it. Wow. Yeah, I ordered it a long time ago too. I don't know if it was quite 12/20, but I think it was in January. And it just came in this week. I have hardly been able to look at it. So, all right, guys, you know how much I love you. I will try to come on and do, packing is physically and emotionally draining. It is. And I will tell you, keep in mind, send some energy Dana's way. She's having a rough time with this COVID thing too. Because she's kind of in a holding pattern. Her next scan. Finally, she gets scanned I want to say it's the 30th of May. But she's been very lonely because she's so shut away. Everybody's worried that she's going to get, exposed because, she just had all this radiation treatment and stuff. So throw some energy her way if you find you have a little extra, because she's been going through it too. She did get some of her stuff, which we sent, and she loved it. We were able to, with the auction that we did, we were able to pay for this month's meds, which sounds like not that much, but it was a lot. She's not alone. She has her husband and two of her kids there, but they just moved, and it's just, let me see. I'm sure she won't mind failing. I just don't want to say it publicly until I check with her. If you want her address, email me and I will check with her, before I give it out. And I will give you her address. Okay. My email is the email address down below for PayPal. That's my email address. So, all right. I love you guys so much. Good. Yes, and exactly. And she doesn't have good internet right now, which is why she's probably not here. Unfortunately, she does not have good internet, and she's really hating it. She's like bugging Barry, her husband, a lot to try to get some better internet because that's her lifeline, and it's kind of killing her. Yes, absolutely. You can text me. If I remember my number, 585-351-4863. I think. I think that's my number. All right. I love you guys so much. And I will see you. I'll be on at some point this week. My husband is going back to work tomorrow. That helps. I love you guys. Have a good night.